look at that. Good morning. Hello, everybody. What is going on? Perfect. We look beautiful. We look like everything's... Oh, I love this. I love this. I'm hearing some interesting sounds on my end, though, so we're going to take a second to figure that out. I think that's probably Twitch. Fix Twitch. How is everybody today? I gotta tell you, it's gonna take me a little while to get used to this new setup because I have screens in different directions from before. So as I look in all different areas, I apologize there. Hopefully we get that all set up. Hopefully everybody enjoys the new setup. That is a Moonborn original. He is responsible for pretty much everything that makes our streams look super, super pretty. And has done a great fucking job. And I am very pleased with it. I'm loving... I am loving the PC client, even though I have not had a lot of time to play with it yet. I have been setting up. People have noticed that I've been absent on Discord over the last week with school starting, dojo season ramping up, having to figure out all this computer stuff, finishing up and finalizing our last sponsorship over these last couple of days. It has been crazy. Yeah, I have moved out of the basement because it is no longer the summer. So my wife and I, you know what, while I'm doing this, let me just run Smuggler's Run. I saw that was going. Our computer times don't really overlap anymore. So there really isn't any reason for me to be in the basement. Plus with this new setup, I wanted it to look pretty underneath the computer. And that kind of meant that I couldn't be on that stupid pull-out table. The downside, of course, is that while my entire setup was paid for by people helping me play games, my wife got jealous, and yesterday I spent the whole day building her a new desk behind me because she wanted new pretty things that, well, I ended up paying for. Well, she did too. It's both of our money. She works very, very hard. So, well, we're going to talk more about what got us here a little bit later as people kind of join us, because I don't want to downplay that whole situation at all. There is a decent amount of light in here. Mostly coming from the window. We really do need to get shades for it just because it does mess with things. You know, suffering from success. You know, I gotta say, the one thing that's really nice is, and I will say this again later, but the people that helped me out this summer, what they allowed me to do was keep this a hobby while still investing in myself, which was really cool. Instead of having to be out thousands and thousands of dollars and then having to turn things into a business. So I'm really, really pleased by that, and we can keep this by the people, for the people, and you know, some kind of PBS bullshit. So we have Rise of the Empire going on. I'm going to get to that in a second. My guild is trying out a new strategy, so I don't even really know what's going on yet. I think we're probably still going to hit 39 because we've had a lot of laziness this last cycle. But at the very least, it does offer us some opportunities to expand the board a little bit and get up to like 42. Which is good, which makes me happy. Look at how fucking fast this goes. Man. I've been missing out on this for months. Do you guys understand that? Like, for fucking months, I've been missing out on this shit. What else is up? Stupid Jawas. I did this. I don't care about those mod shards. I don't normally do the Executrix event, but let's do that. Yeah, so I am the person that suggested we try this new strategy. So that's another reason why I've been really absent lately, is that I've been really focused on it, but I am still going kind of blind into it. And taking notes on Discord, you know, in our officer chats. Snorquest, look at this. This is PC client beautifulness. Look at how beautiful it is. It runs so fast. It runs so beautifully. I am a big fan. Moonborn has had this setup done for a few weeks, but I told him, I was like, let's wait till the PC and let's wait till everything is together, and then we'll pop it up and running. All right. Let's see. I don't have the raid going on today, Vash, which is good because I fucking hate the raid. Especially with Conquest going on, especially with TB going on. Let's see. So we have to do TB. Let's see how the guild is doing. And I love having a mouse again. I hate touchscreen. I hate that stupid trackpad. My beautiful, beautiful rat. I think this is a rat 6. Yeah, a rat 6 plus. I love their mice. They can sponsor me. I will give them all of the credit for making a great fucking product. Okay, let's see. Let's throw the Gungans in first. We're not going to make the mistake that I made last week. Right, last week I threw Radis in here and we like completely whiffed this battle. So that is not going to happen today. And see. Oh, see, I have to do all 5. Well, you know what? I can hit my guild average with 2 teams, and it would not be that bad to do that. But we have enough laziness in our guild where I do have to do above the average. Snorquest, do you use one of those mice? I never had a mouse like that, but a friend of mine growing up did. His mom was always on the computer, so I have used, like, I know what you're talking about. It's like the ergonomic, and it has on the iffy on them in TB just because of like the anti-revive mechanics, and there's just a lot going on. But they do kill things really quickly. I will tell you, I'm not wailing on them. I don't have the money to just drop on them, but I did buy a couple of packs in hopes of getting a 330. I don't like the Razor mice. So I bought a Rat 7 mouse to play WoW in 2006. And I don't like a mouse that has like 14 fucking buttons on it. I'm not a fan of that. I do like ones that have a couple of extra buttons. When I bought this mouse a few months ago, I couldn't find a Rat 7 anymore, but they still had the Rat 6 Plus, which is very similar. And it just has 2 thumb buttons, a center button, and then the left and right button, and then a scroll wheel button. And that is perfect for me. I don't want anything more than that. And the 2 thumb buttons, you can kind of just like go like this really, really easily. It's one of my favorite mice in the world. Okay, I whiffed this battle yesterday, and I really do need to win it today, but who the fuck knows what's gonna happen. Let's see. No, we're gonna throw you in there. I grew up, Nena, I grew up on PC, right? Like, so I grew up with a mouse in my hand. And I love a good mouse. I really, really just love a good mouse. Oh, fucking come on. Oh, beautiful. Got both of them. The laptop used a trackpad. I did not use an Apple mouse with it. And I hated it. I really hated it. But it was the best option for work. And for some reason, you know, I've always played this game on mute. Because for me, playing mobily, I'm almost never in an area where I can turn on sound, and it just doesn't make sense to me. But now, being able to play PC games again, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, of course I'm going to turn on the sound, because it's a PC game. So, this is all new. Like, hearing this shit is all new to me. And I've been playing for like 8 years. So, that's crazy. It really is crazy. Good. Good morning. Thank you. It is, you know, it's a Moonborn original. He does all the hard work. He does all of the hard work while I sit here and look pretty. We actually had a discussion about that yesterday. When I offered him like a dumb person solution to something. We talked about how he's the smart one that always comes up with these complicated things. I don't have a work desk. I tell you, I've never had a corner desk before, and yeah, you know, the thing about mobile is you obviously you have to think of all the different phones that are out there, and you have to make sure that it's going to work on the large majority of them, so you don't have as much option for making the graphics super, like, amazing. That kind of goes out the window when you're doing, you know, a PC client. I love my corner desk now. I really do. I really love this desk. I used to have this big, bulky IKEA one that had this big, bulky, like, shelving unit. And I'm so glad that that's gone. Especially because I had stickers on it from my ex-girlfriend's company. I say company because she never got it off the ground or bothered. And I could never get them off. And it always just felt weird walking in here to see them. What was I using this room for before I bought the desk? It's our office, but I didn't really use it. It's for my wife, who works back there, right? So she works for a corporation, and she works from home. So she would mostly work in here. I didn't really use the room that much, except for brunch before the summer. Like, that was really the only time I would come in here. And what is this? What's this one? And I would use it, like, I have a printer in here for work. So if I needed to print things, I would. But that's about it. I'm not a corporal. I'm a teacher. My wife works for a corporation. Oh, Mrs. Egg. Yeah, she does. She works in marketing. She worked in nonprofit before. She worked for the Red Cross for a little while. So For my dojo, I sometimes need to print things, like attendance cards and like letters to parents. So I bought a Brothers printer. I've got a Brothers printer, like a high yield printer over there. So when I have to like do flyers, and like next week there's no brunch, I'm gonna be at a street fair working a street fair. I have to print hundreds of flyers for that street fair, and it just pays over time to have that available to you because it's so costly to do that at like Staples, comparatively. Hey, New Instinct, how's it going? Moonborn Original, man. For all you folks, you fine folks out there who are like, oh man, like I need to upgrade my streams, hit up Moonborn. He impresses me every single time that he does something for the stream. I gotta buy him like a box of chocolates. German chocolates. I'm doing good, you know. I'm super excited about today. I'm really happy. My brother is in town. My brother is the kind of person, and obviously none of you know him, but he's the kind of person who's like, when he's near you, he's your best friend, and he'll talk, like he hangs out, and he's like really fun to be around. But if he's out of sight, he just kind of forgets everything else in his life. So he, like he doesn't text, he barely goes on Discord to like reach out to people. I sent him a message on his birthday, I didn't hear back. He sent me a message like 3 days after my birthday. It's just the kind of person he is. And he messaged me like 3 days ago saying, hey, by the way, me and my wife are flying in from Korea. We'll be in New York in like 2 days. So I'm super excited to see him today and head into the city. I've been trying to learn Korean for his wife, but because she doesn't speak very much English at all. And I have a 300-day streak on Duolingo, and I don't know how to talk in Korean at all, so it's gonna be very fun. I can tell her that I have a fat cat at home. That's about it. But she's very nice too. We talk. I talk more to his wife on Instagram because like Google, you can translate stuff than I do to my brother, which is funny. Yeah, not Kinder Eggs, just flyers. Only flyers. I cannot sell anything at the street fair because what? That doesn't happen, huh? I do not have a New York State tax ID. So, and this is a New York State street fair. So I have to be informational only. Kinder Eggs, I don't remember the full legalities, because I've seen Kinder Eggs. I think they're different here because of like the whole prize mechanic of them. There's like a whole thing about the prize mechanics in Kinder Eggs and how it's like gambling but for kids. So this battle is kind of scaring me. I've never lost it before, but I've also never watched it before. So oh shit, that I don't like. So this is all new to me. All right, I mean, we're doing okay. Yeah, I've definitely... I don't remember GLS, but I know I've seen Kinder Eggs before, but I think they're just different here. the way that they're set up, because everything's a fucking choking hazard here. I don't remember what it was, but I know that there's some kind of change with them. I actually kind of like the sound in this game. I don't know what I've been missing all these years. Yeah, they are sold here. I think that the way that they're made are different for America, but I could be wrong because I have heard that they're illegal also. Okay, see, I got scared, and there were a couple touch and go moments. But we're there. We're here. We're queer. Let's see. Malachor. Why? I need people to stop doing these fucking Malachor battles. If we lose by a very small margin, I'll be very, very annoyed. 466. 5, 6. We'll probably hit that second star. 7. Well, we'll definitely hit the second star. But we really, really need to get this shit going. We have all of these things. Okay, everything's done. I'm just kind of... Oh, Reese's Cups, man. Fucking Reese's Cups. I like the Justin's nut butter cups. They're a little bit less sweet, and as I get older, I like my candy to be a little bit on the less sweet side. I gotta start learning these hotkeys. The nice thing, this PC came with a free copy of Warhammer Space Marine 2 that I can't download until tomorrow, which means I won't be able to play it for 3 weeks, but I'm excited for that too. I like Warhammer in theory. Alright, I see you said Bears and I was thinking the football team. And I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. Is 17 your new, is that new? That's a new hit, right? By 1 star, 2 stars? I was hoping for a 2-star increase on this. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I don't have to worry about doxing myself on my phone anymore. 15 to 17. Nice. Yes. So, I just don't. Gorgeous beaches down here in Greece. Yeah. Preloading is the key to TB, which is annoying because it's very complicated. I kind of miss the days where you didn't have to preload. Okay, what do I want to do here? I want to use LV here because I think LV does pretty good in this battle on Mandalore. This is Dark Trooper. Let's... Don't really have any... No, I want to use those guys, so let's just do Sith. Let's see what happens. What am I going to do with my brother today? So he just got in on the plane Friday night, and from Korea it's a 16-hour flight and a 12 to 13 hour time difference. So he is very, very, he is very, very jet lagged. So we're not planning anything crazy. He's just gonna meet me in Midtown and we're gonna go for drinks and some food. You know, the goal, I don't know what his plan is. I asked him. He might end up coming to stay with me for a few days, but we don't know yet. We have literally no idea. That's how my brother is. He's just very by the seat of his pants. And if he does come into town to stay with me, we'll probably do more intricate things. But, you know, he is, like I said, he's jet lagged, so we're going to keep it simple for today. People do become illiterate. It actually, oh, fuck. It happened yesterday to us where somebody just like, and it didn't affect us, but like, they deployed to the wrong zone like 8 hours after I changed the zone stuff. So that wasn't even an excuse. Because people seem to think that their TW officers don't pay attention and don't cut off things on purpose at certain times on purpose. Hey Wampa, how's it going, man? I appreciated our chat about New York songs yesterday. New York State of Mind, New York, New York. Taylor Swift is probably the worst of them though. Welcome to New York. Let's get these Night Sisters in here. I really would love to have the Great Mothers up. I got them to 4. By the way, Sector 5 of Conquest, I don't know if you guys know this, I didn't want to put out a video on it because I want to be able to use it in all the Conquests. I don't know why it's happening, but whenever I use my Night Sisters against, Old Republic with Peridia, even if I didn't kill anybody and I lost, Peridia was still getting kills. So I think Blight is like causing him to count his own deaths as kills sometimes. Dirty water. So, New Instinct, one thing that you do have to be careful about with preloading, and it does suck, but if you ever get the bug where your chat disappears right down here, it also disappears all of the instructions in TB and TW. And it takes away your officer controls too. So you have to be careful about that with some people. That's why I put everything on Discord and on Discord and wherever else on in-game. Alright, we're gonna use, right, Rebels. I'm gonna try to avoid using any R7 or R9 Rebels because I want to see if I can piece together an R9 team to use in the other zone. And Nomad, I know our discussion about buying you a beer when if I pop up over in the Boston area. I was thinking about that today. It's only about a 4-hour drive. I've done it before. Actually, one of my old Star Wars, the Old Republic's guildmates lived up there. And we drove up, we drove 4 hours for his birthday. And then I had to work the next day, so I drove 4 hours home. Yeah, New Instinct, it is a thing. If you ever get that bug, your officer controls are gone, and all of the tabs under are gone too. So it's a really annoying bug. Like, it seems like a super minor bug because chat is no big deal. But it is a super big deal when it comes to officer controls and like blocking out zones. Halfway between where... I don't know my... Let's see. let's pull up a US map. No, I don't want to buy a US map. I just want to pull up a US map. So, Boston would be there. New Jersey's there. So somewhere in the ass crack of New York or Connecticut. Oh, that's not bad. Enjoy, I think you said soccer, right? You were playing ball, and you were telling me you were playing football a few days ago. So have fun, man. Let's see. This is the most assed together squad. Do they have to all be? No, they don't have to be. For each platoon, so CT, is there a nice brewery over there? I would take a 2-hour trip. So we can look at the platoons. If that's your question, Micah, it's 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, so it's 90 tunes per planet. There is an interactive map. If you do ROTE interactive map, that pops up. All right, let's see if this cobbled together mess works. Dude, maybe, yeah, I would take that trip. My my September and October is pretty crazy, but maybe like early November, I would take a trip down and take a 2-hour drive. Oh, so you know, Michael, what I do, I honestly don't know, but that is the map Bukanawa linked. But I don't know if it has like a list of each thing, and some of the old lists that were available. We're gonna just try this. Some of the old lists that were available are not updated to newer things. That was fun. Hot this morning. I mean, we're playing it by ear. I don't think it's going to be the longest stream in the world this morning, just because I do have to head into the city. But it is still early. It's only 8:30, so probably like another 2 hours at least. Man, I wish I had the mass stun right now. Alright, well, we're not getting anywhere. This team ain't doing shit. Yeah, between like the dojo and we have like weddings and events. And in October, actually, we're going to not Philly, we're going to a Ren fair in October in Pennsylvania, and I'm gonna meet up with Fat Phil there and get drunk with him. So as you can tell, I do enjoy like just dropping in on people and taking trips and saying hi. I think I did everything that I can do. I have heard these battles are not that bad on Malachor. My problem is that I know if we want to make this, I don't even think we're going to be able to. Let's pull up this calculator. I know you can't see the calculator, but we are going to play with it. So we need about, 396 minus 374. So I need 22 there. We should be able to get that just on that fleet a battle, and then we need about 30 here, and that 30 honestly we should be able to get close to with just this, plus 730 minus 461, So we need 321. What do we have left? We only have 222. So we needed about 99 in Combat GP. I don't think that is happening. So I don't want to risk it just in case. We're going to get pretty close to that. We're going to pull up Discord really quickly, and it looks like, all right, so I am on Discord. I'm going to throw it up so that you guys can see too. Green fleet worth 1 million. All right, we're gonna pop that. Yeah, so Jabba, Tatooine Nomad is a very easy planet. Tatooine is the easiest planet in all of, at least in my opinion, in all of TB. Why is this? There we go. Jabba can actually solo his battle. Now, you obviously can't send him in solo, but what that means is you can send him with literally anything. He doesn't even need his alt. It's just his middle special cleanses him, so he ends up slowly killing the other team without any issue. There are so many teams that work on Tatooine. I like to take Fennec with Rey. I'll do Fennec with Rey, and just whatever other resistance. I have done Fennec with Night Sisters, taking out Asajj Ventress. CLS works really great. The gas team works really great. Inquisitors obviously works great if you're 2-daying Tatooine, because you need Inquisitors for their special mission. Who else? Phoenix works amazing. Sith Empire is actually surprisingly iffy, but does work most of the time. I'm sure it works every time if you're on manual, but I don't manual anything. I imagine Mon Mothma probably works pretty great, but most people are not going to have her at R7. Throwing Watt with any kind of tank is just like an easy cheat button for Tatooine. It just makes life so easy. Tatooine is a fun planet to explore on and like play with and try and just like see what happens on. This is still going. They're still doing their stuff. Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I got Conquest to do. I am going to go refill my coffee. I will be right back. We'll get to Conquest. All right. So we're going to pop this over to this lovely, where is my other lovely source? The All right, super quick. Got my coffee. Happy, ready to go. Conquest. I have, I know some people really like this Conquest. I really fucking hate it. I gotta tell you. I really do. It hasn't been hard. It's just annoying. Like, I cannot stand this Conquest with having to, the data disks aren't right, and I haven't gotten a fucking voluntary Vanguard at all, which really pisses me off. This is the first time that voluntary Vanguard was accessible, and I didn't get it, so I am annoyed by that. Let's see, what do we gotta do? There are people who are like, "Oh, this Conquest has been so much easier for me," and I have been like, "Who the fuck are you? Who are these people?" Is something that I agree with. We're gonna do Sith Empire here just to get that some more staggers in. So this Conquest has had more new marquee feats than any other. There are 6 of them just without including the boss ones. Usually there's like 2. And if you have Night Sisters, they haven't actually been that hard to do. Even at low gear, like low gear, I have been able to do a lot of them with a good Night Sister squad. And the DTMG one I've been able to do, and surprisingly, like, I've won battles, even though my DTMG squad is very low. So there's just a lot of overlap, and it's been a slog. Alright, we have to do alert. I don't know if I'm going to do Morgan Elsbeth kills. Gain alert 11 times. Is there anywhere? I could probably do it here. Let's see what happens. Let's get my Night Sisters. They should be good. Alert, I think, is Night Trooper. Yeah, alert is Night Trooper. What is this? Oh, that's his Omicron. And I've used so many Amplify Agonies that shit just dies, which is actually a problem when you're trying to do feats. I can't auto basic because then I have to change settings because of the stupid shit. I know that there is a cheese to get way more alerts in a battle. I'm aware. It's not a feat I'm worried about because I can do this on a bonus node. I'm just trying to clean up some nodes that were at low. Yeah, you could probably do this one too. Tomorrow we'll start mainly just autoing things to get the rest of what is needed. Oh, actually, I need to deal with Scion of Django because Scion of Django has that stupid ability, and he's always gonna hit the low gear guy because fuck him. Yeah, you know, Nena, the problem is I have said that before. Well, so, alright, we'll get to 2 points. So I have said before, oh, I'm not going to red crate this. And then I just always red crate it. The completionist in me forces me to do it. Hot in terms of like doing it quicker, for me, I don't need to do it quicker, is the thing. So all that matters is that I get to the point where I'm only doing bonus nodes as quickly as possible. Because once I do it bonus nodes, it doesn't matter if I get 1 or I get 10 in a battle. Right? I can sit here now because the rest of this node is done. It doesn't matter what I get. It's a productive battle. That's the important thing, is that everything is a productive battle. And that's the thing a lot of people don't understand, is that you want everything to be productive battles, not necessarily as low as possible. So we could probably just cheese off of this guy for a little bit. I might use this for Morgan battles. I don't actually know if I need the Morgan Elsbeth one. Just keep it going. I really do like all of these new Night Sisters. I know that they're not really intended for this team so much, but I really love them. And I cannot wait to have them farmed up. Night Trooper, Drunk Trooper, I'm doing 1x farming on. No, not you, stop. So I should have them in like 2 to 3 months at this point. Peridia, oh there we go, now we're done. Peridia I'll have, once that's started, I'll do 2x farming on them. I'll probably bring all these silly, cheeky fuckers to R8. Okay, see, we're at 18, that's beautiful. So let's do one more with that team. Get that done, then I don't have to think about Sector 2 for a while. I've been finding that this Conquest, normally I do all of my Conquest battles in the morning before I wake up, except for on stream days. This Conquest, it'll be like 10 o'clock at night, and I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot to do whole refreshes, just because I'm so over it before it has even started. Let's see. Oh, that ended faster than I thought. Okay. 90 and 96. Oh, so I'm missing a battle here too. Right here. Though I don't know if I need to do that battle. I haven't checked. Night Sister Acolyte surviving. Okay, that's easy. Retaliate's easy. Before I wake up. Yeah, it is. I mean, to be fair, it kind of is before I wake up, because I do it, I do it at like 5 in the morning when I do wake up and while I'm still laying in bed. So if we're fair to me, it very much is before I actually wake up. No, I really should have a tank in here, but let's try it with Tano. Let's see what happens. I basically can play Conquest in my sleep, and that's my whole thing with Conquest, is I understand the monetization aspect of it. That does not bother me. I get that. That's fine. But I very much hate the slog of how it isn't, at least in my head, it isn't even hard. It's just that it takes so much time more than anything else. Done. Alright, I think we can auto it at this point. It's just going to be a slog of getting through these guys and all their stacks and dealing with decay because I'm not going to crit it all. Oh, I got a crit. Nice. Very nice. We love that. Come on, give me a lucky crit. It's interesting to watch me do like 300 damage. Okay, another crit. I wonder if he doesn't have, well, he does have 2 Zetas actually. That crit avoidance should be relatively high. Beautiful. Queen Amidala survived. Okay, this is a Night Sisters node. Did I do this one? I did do that one. Night Sisters can be such a pain in the ass. Keeping Acolyte alive is going to be hard without my... no. They are kind of low, though. No, they might be too low. We'll try it. I think they're too low for this to work. Spirit, Initiate. Where the fuck is Acolyte? Acolyte. Oh, yeah, see? So she's gonna die right there, which makes this a waste, but at least it's a productive battle. So I at least get something out of it. These guys, maybe. Okay. I can do that. I think we could do 3 more of those. What the fuck? God damn it. I guess we can't do 3 more of those. I have 1 Datacron. I have not done any Datacron farming yet, but it is actually a Jedi Datacron, I think. Let's see. I have the 1 freebie. It is a Jedi Datacron. I have heard the Plo one is nasty. Okay, I need more of that. So I think I can get that before Gaklock to find out. How we doing here? We're still working. I've heard the Plo one is just like ludicrous, like just silly all around. I need 2 more Acolyte. Well, I guess hold off on those guys. Gungans. Normally I would be like Datacron farming by yesterday. But it has been a rough cycle for me overall. I have seen the Ethcron is also silly. There has been some silly stuff with these Datacrons. I'm going to be honest with you. Somebody asked me about the Datacrons recently, obviously, because we're in this set, and they were like, oh, what do you think about them? With everything going on right now, between the sponsored stuff, between school starting, between setting up the computer, I literally haven't even read the Datacrons yet. So I know absolutely nothing about them other than what I've seen on Reddit. And what I've seen on Reddit has been like, oh, they're really nasty. That is quite literally all that I know. Alright, we're gonna have to kill you guys. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. They're just fucking dying. Holy shit. I think I've definitely lost this battle, but I mean, I got 2 retaliates out of it, so. Alright, I don't think I'm winning this battle. I'm just gonna hit on auto. If only Phalanx was still alive. My Gungans have failed me. Oh well. Okay, so what do I got? I have 8 retaliates. I think if I just throw it on auto. My worry about throwing it on auto was that Phalanx might not even do a retaliate. So let's find out. Make it productive. Did he do it? Yeah, right? Because that's retaliate, isn't it? No, it's not retaliate. So he didn't even do his... Oh, wait. Did he get it? I don't even fucking know. No, he didn't even do it. Hey, Tiny Bubbles, House of the Huts. How's it going? How are ya? We're just slogging through Conquest. We'll do it this way. Slogging our way downtown, something bound, and I'm homebound. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and I need you, ba-da-da-da-da-da, and I want you now. Reva to Rev. Oh, why Reva, not Reva. Reva up your engines. Nice on the Jar Jar, obviously. And yeah, you see, like, Jar Jar's my OG. We're here. Jar Jar is the start of everything. Jar Jar is love. Jar Jar is life. Man, I wish I had this set up for that. You know what I am noticing? I turned off my game cam border. Silly me. Oops. Nobody told me. Alright, let's see. Oh, I finished Sector 4. Okay. And I finished Sector... No, I didn't finish Sector 5. I didn't think so. Fucking Geospy, man. Win with Luthen surviving. Alright, let's see if we can't do this. Did I even give Luthen mods? Didn't even give him mods. What mods do I want on Luthen? Speed? Let's see. Luthen, real mods, Star Wars, Galaxy of Heroes. Health and speed. Health and speed. Health and speed. Health and speed. Crit chance. Health, potency. Alright. Only unassigned mods. Speed. Let's give you some speed. We only want health and speed. Do I have a potency cross? We'll give you potency. Alright, fine. It's a not so great. Oh, let's see what this is. Oh! Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay. No, but we'll just give you the shitty one. 10 speed. What do we got here? 3 speed. Jedi Knight Luke, so you're going up towards, I'm getting all my speed rolls today. I gotta do rolls with you guys. So you're going up towards, Jedi Master Luke and Jabba and everything, which is good. That's basically where you want to be. You know, if you're a smart player, and it seems you're here and you're listening to the Three Scoundrels, so you have to be a smart player. Yeah, let's assign that. Fighters. Alright, I guess you can have your Zeta. Luthen. Let's give you Luthen, and let's do Captain Rex. No. Come on! I had a lot more, and here, let's do these stupid things because I don't need them. I had a lot more Zetas, and then I just started using them on stupid shit. So I apologize. Because I would have more. I'm like hoping, I want them to do another Zeta event because I want to get back on track with the shitty Zetas. And why? I need a pre-tank, a pre-taunt. Why are they so slow comparatively, rebels? Is there a rebel with a pre-taunt? Does Scarif have a pre-taunt? No, he does not have a pre-taunt. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's throw you in there. My base sucks. My base is G12. I might just have to do the Vader trick. But Vader is low right now, so that is a problem. This is not gonna work. Though he's a rebel fighter, right? So if he's a rebel fighter, I might be able to recover this. Now that I think about it. So let's see. Otherwise we'll save it and I'll do the Vader trick tomorrow when he's back up to stamina. Get rid of you. Come on. Does this hit everybody? Of course it doesn't fucking do what I need it to do. What a fucking waste. There's no way for me to make this take as long as that. No fucking way. Like 12 volt charge. I don't even remember how I get it. Whenever an enemy turns while he has a stack of fearless. Alright, so I gotta use like specials and shit. DRX, it depends. Today, no, I'm just backing out because it doesn't matter. Today I'm on a time crunch. It is still very early in the day, so I'm gonna tell you that it's possible. It's definitely possible, but it is unlikely. I think that they're gonna be too low. Yeah, Vader's going to be too low to do that. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow when they have higher stamina. Geo Spy surviving. Man, let's do like... I didn't think you could do that. That would have been awesome if I could. Well, you're gonna... fucking... Yep. Alright. Lord Vader, why? It's all gonna be on Vader. Vader is gonna be doing everything for the rest of this stupid fucking Conquest. Yeah, I know. Oh, well, I mean, I got that for wasting that. Yeah, I have 4. I don't generally use 4 Amplify Agonies, and I do not use Voluntary I don't use it. I usually use 3 Amplify Agonies and a Ruthless Swiftness, but obviously we do not have Ruthless Swiftness available to us this time. Defeat an enemy, okay, I could do that. I can, that's the plan, is Reva lead with Lord Vader, but the problem is they're all low stamina, and because there is no Ruthless Swiftness, they won't go next. And that's the big problem with using them right now. Normally, it doesn't even matter, because you'll go next. It's just not the... I didn't think that would actually kill him. Okay, Padawan got it. The reason that I don't use Voluntary Accelerator is when I'm doing kill feats, it just forces things to die too quickly. Though we are at the end, so let's see. Alright, let's what is it? Takes 3. Let's take an Amplify Agony off. Let's see. And let's take that off. Why not? Am I on the East Coast? I'm in New Jersey. I'm right outside New York City. Oh, I'm in the wrong game mode. So if we do like Reva lead. Oh, I hear my wife stirring. See how low they are? They're so low that I don't think that this is going to work. But for science, we can try it. And, I mean, the only thing I have left to work on is Ahsoka. Yeah, see, they're all dying, but it's not doing what I need it to do. However, this with, let's say, no, you know what? I am just going to burn this energy here. Because I need those guys to revive. I need those guys to get their stuff back. So Tiny Bumbles, if you've never seen my account before, I mean, this is... I don't really have much more to work towards. Fuck Malicos. Nobody fucking likes Malicos. Malicos can go die in a fire. I don't give a shit about him. Right. I do not think I have enough. Yeah, we're only at 31 of 100. though. No, I need those crystals. It's alright, man. It's not a big deal. I got plenty of stuff to spare. Yes. Yes, she did. I love you, Black Hammer. That's just our love language, man. These fucking people need to do the battles. Do your fucking battles. Okay. Alright, so we are actually done with the game. We don't have anything left to do in the game. We are going to throw up Discord, right? Game, Discord, game cam border. We don't need Star Wars Galaxy's audio anymore. Screw you. Where is Discord? Discord. Why is Discord not showing up on my sources? There it is. I see we've got our roster reviews for today. I think that this is the first one for today. I do my datacrons, I just don't go too crazy with them. Alright, I am going to go to the bathroom real quick, and then we will get to some reviews for today. And then we're going to call it a day because I got things to do. So give me a second. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, well, you're Tiny Bubbles, aren't you Aussie, right? So that makes sense. You're on the other side of the world, somewhere around there. Ooh. With that said, we got a lot of people here, and I just want to just shout this out really quick. And I was waiting on this purposefully, and I apologize if I don't mention you just because the way that things tracked. If you didn't track it on your Twitch, I didn't see your name. So I tried to get everybody compiled. So for those of you that are here, I've talked about this before. This summer, I sold my soul to doing some sponsorship stuff, and Bones convinced me to do it, to upgrade the stream and everything, and we were able to raise a very nice amount of money to buy a new PC, a new monitor, a webcam, actually a whole new desk setup, probably a new chair with the extra money as well, because I don't actually even own a chair. This is my wife's chair that I'm borrowing right now. And what those people did is they really helped me to be able to keep this a hobby rather than making it a job by investing in the streams, not with their money, not with my money, but with corporation money, which is really nice. So with that said, of the people whose names were a part of the Eggs Game Whore channel, right, and who I saw tracked through Stream Elements, you know, seriously, Kazgul, Havorius, Nomad Jace, who's also JP on Twitch, I think, Relentless, Belloc, New Instinct, Gunny the Punisher, Moonborn, who does a ton of shit for me, Depressed Wampa, Mantis, Chrono, Bobblefett, who are all guildmates of mine, Kung Tater, Buddha, Animusha, Daniel, DTKKM, and Met Grid DKO. Seriously, guys, you helped me out so much. It made my life so much easier to be able to do that. You guys all pulled together, and we've had fun. We had a lot of fun this summer doing that. Even though the games themselves were not super, super great, and we're finishing up the Raid 1. It's got like a week left, but you guys really helped me to be able to do that without having to take any crazy chances, which is super, super awesome. I'm just a stranger on the fucking internet. But you came together and made that happen, and I do really, really, really appreciate it. You have no idea, which is why we're taking just this moment to talk about that contribution. And if I did not mention your name, it's because on Stream Elements it just said someone, because you did not log in on Twitch. So I apologize. Just, you know, let me know. Reach out on Discord, because I do want you to know how much that made my life so much easier, and it's going to allow me to do a lot of new cool stuff with the stream, as well as, you know, be able to do more guest related stuff. So right now Moonborn has only set up this one scene in the new aspect ratio and everything, and I know that it's clipping with Discord right now, and that's okay. We're aware of that. We're gonna fix that. But as we set up different scenes for different types of videos, we'll be able to do some really cool stuff that'll look a lot more polished with not too much effort, to get this information out to more people. So seriously, guys, I appreciate that so much. And Nomad already knows, because he went to fucking bat for me and has just destroyed these games. I'm gonna drive up and buy you a beer, and if anyone's ever in my area, in New Jersey, reach out. I will buy you a beer any fucking day. I really appreciate it. With that said, we do have some reviews that I would like to get done today, before I have to run into the city. So let's get the show on the road, and we'll keep that Game Whore channel up for a little while. I don't know if we'll delete it or not. We'll keep it, and I know we've talked about doing a sponsorship in December for for charity, right? So like a Christmas one, we'll do like a game for charity. So that would be different. I would feel much better about doing that. Anyone who is interested in doing that, you know, I have my sponsored tag on Discord, so only those people get those tags. I've heard of alternate ending. I have heard of alternate ending before. I don't think I've ever had any of their beers, but I have heard of them. Now I'm getting distracted, so let's check out Discord. We got DarthTavarus, who has done a review with me before. I recognize the name. Last review back in May, I got my Executor and SLKR, and you told me to farm GL Ray while waiting for Rolo Shards. Ooh, then do Jeanette Luke, JML, and Jabba. Since then, I took a detour. Of course you did. Everybody takes a detour. Took a detour to R7 Jedi Bros, built out some of my raid teams, and got the Hoth Lightspeed bundle. Fleet Arena, 2 Profundities, 3 Executors, 2 Negotiators, Marauder, 1 Hacker. That sucks. First daily, Fleet Discord established. Love it, and I like the formatting. I appreciate good formatting. On Reddit before, people have tried to impersonate me, and other people have said, like, oh, your formatting sucks, this can't be Egnards. Assault battles look pretty good except for Fanatical Devotion. We'll see what we can shore up. Working on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis as part of a guild project, deciding whether to build R7 Baby Cal, then get Rey, or finish the Jedi Knight Cal Kestis farm and go straight for Jedi Knight Cal into Jabba. Also trying to figure out when is a good time to detour for a Jedi Knight Revan, and I'll have most of the Super Jedi team done. ROI is fun. So let's take a look. I don't actually know if I popped these sources up. Did I? No, I didn't. So let's make that change. Star Wars. Where is Chrome? No. Chrome. There we go. That one should be up now. Well, we're going to have to take a second to fix this. Why is this? There we go. Perfect. Got it. Excellent. So we got DarthTavarus here. 5.7 million. Meridian 4. Oh man, I can't. I love how nice this looks. We are hitting first every day. Check out this collection. Things look very nice here. SLKR. Ground War. Let's just see what Ground War is looking like. Okay, so about what we can hope for right now, but that's fine because we're kind of getting what we need. Working on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Let's see. Saw. Tarful, Baby Cal. I don't know why I typed in Baby Cal. Seer, Marin. Okay. Raid history. We're doing about 2.4. Tai Chi. Clever name. I enjoy it. I imagine you're overperforming in this raid. Yeah, okay, so we don't have to worry about the raid at all. Tools. Gear needed. No, gear tracker. I don't need all of these up. I just want one at a time. Okay, so Baby Cal. Battle computers. How many? 500, 500. So 1,000. You need 1,800 total plus Rey. Where are we at with Rey? 540. We're pretty close. You know, he's in the spot of the game where that Omicron is, I guess, worth it. You know, at 5.4 million, I get it. For me, nah, I don't think it's worth it. I kill things too quickly. Jedi Knight Luke. We're so close to Jedi Knight Luke. Jedi Master Luke. Let's see. Let's go back here. Working on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis as part of a guild project. We're going to build R7 Baby Cal and then get Rey, or finish the farm and go straight for Jedi Knight Cal. I mean, you know, it's tough because your guild, when we talk about a guild project, I don't see your guild doing anything meaningful for, you know, Jedi Knight Cal for like Zepho for a while. Where is it? Seer. Where the fuck is she? There she is. Seer Jinda. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, I don't think you guys understand. This mission is kind of annoyingly hard. I see this being a while. And then even once you do get it, just not having the GP to really capitalize on it. Do we have Rolo shards yet? Okay. Oh, you bought the Rebel one. Or you bought something. So you have the Rebel Officer Leia up. Working on Jedi Knight Cal as part of a guild project, whether to build R7 Baby Cal, then get Rey, or finish the Jedi Knight Cal farm and go straight for Jedi Knight Luke Jabba. Also trying to figure out when is a good time to detour for Jedi Knight Revan, since I'll have most of the Super Jedi team done. Let's check out Old Republic. Okay. That's not bad. And farm GL Ray while waiting for Rolo shards. Okay. So, you know, here's the thing. A lot of people come back to me and I get Discord messages a lot and people say, oh, hey, you told me to do this. Why? Blah, 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 blah. And the one thing that it's hard for people to understand, I think, sometimes is that I do so many roster reviews that literally 3 days later, I don't remember your review at all. It's like 50 first dates. And it has nothing to do with like not being a memorable account. It has everything to do with just I do so many and they look so similar. Like, unless it's like a very specifically ridiculous roster review, Nomad knows what I'm talking about. There's one that I will never forget, that I won't call out on stream, but we've joked about it, and it's a funny one to me. But what I am imagining is that the reason I told you to go for Ray is, one, because you're fairly close, but two, because we didn't want you to use Get 2 on Rolo shards, so we were slowing down JML in order to help you with your Get 2 problem a little bit. And it looks like that is solved, having bought and gotten the Rolo shards through the Lightspeed bundle or collected or whatever. Which means that Ray should still be on your radar. On your radar. Ray should still be on your radar. I'm sorry, I crack myself up sometimes. Ray should still be on your radar, but it's not as much of a priority as it was before, and that's something that you want to be kind of careful of. I think right now what we're looking at is we really want to go towards Jedi Knight Luke, right? Sometimes those dad jokes, they just hit you and you go, yeah, I have to. If you look at where you are with Jedi Knight Luke, you are, man, these buttons, you are super, super close, right? Like, look at this. If you get Jedi Knight Luke, you will be able to shore up your ground war pretty easily. I don't think you'll be able to get CT3 right away, but you will definitely be able to get CT2, and it's just a really exceptionally strong team. I see a world in which you can kind of do a lot of this all at the same time, keeping in mind that a lot of it is... I do crack some great dad jokes. In school, the kids call me the ninja, and I'm sorry, Tavares, because I'm getting sidetracked. They call me the ninja because I own a dojo, and anytime I have to go into other classrooms, I will draw a little stick figure ninja. Anytime other teachers have asked me to do posters for them, I will make them ninja themed. If somebody reminds me on Discord, I have some of them on Instagram, which I'm not giving you my personal Instagram because then I'm doxing myself, but I will pull them, and I will show you some of them. And so everything in my classrooms is ninja themed. They call me the ninja, and I like to crack ninja knock-knock jokes, right? So, like, what is a ninja's favorite... Oh, is my cat in here? Oh, hey, Bruschetta. Bruschetta's my fat cat. She is very food-oriented. She loves food. She will knock our other cat out of the way. But, like, what is a ninja's favorite pair of shoes? Sneakers. What is a ninja's favorite car? A Kia. My favorite one is a ninja knock-knock joke. Knock-knock. Who's there? And then you just stay really quiet because ninjas don't announce themselves. Some kids get it, some kids don't. Anyway, yeah, I crack a good dad joke. But back to this. We're very close to Jedi Knight Luke, and that should be your main priority right now. It looks like we still need shards for the Jedi Knight Cal thing. I wouldn't even waste my time bringing baby Cal up past G12, because it is a very tough mission already, and with baby Cal, it is a shit ton harder. Exactly, it is. It is bruschetta. Uh, but we didn't name her. The shelter named her, and we liked the name. I would be doing maybe your 5 battles a day on your Jedi Knight Cal stuff, and I would be getting Jedi Knight Cal to R7 for the Jedi Knight Cal Zepho Guild priority, because it's just going to make your life easier in the long run to do that. But while you're shard farming that, you should be finishing up Jedi Knight Cal. You should be finishing up Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. If you have the extra energy right now, I would also start the Mon Mothma farm 5 battles a day. Okay, so basically your priority farm is going, just because of your guild, because I don't really think that this should be your priority farm, but guilds, you know, that's how it is. If I had it my way, I would prioritize Jedi Knight Luke and Jedi Master Luke, and I would side farm Jedi Knight Luke or Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. But because of it being a kind of a guild project, you know, you're prioritizing Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, focus on Jedi Knight Luke as your secondary, and kind of slow farm Mon Mothma in the background for JML after that. So that you have all that trifecta going on. I would say after you're done doing all of that, then you should be prioritizing Rey while side farming Jabba. I only say side farming Jabba because I can only guess that your shards are not there yet. So while you're finishing up Rey, you can be slow farming your Jabba requirements, right, and getting those up to snuff. And at that point, you will be able to shore up Ground War, and you'll be able to shore up Rebel Roundup. Military might is already there. It is a lot of Chirotech getting there. I understand that. When to go for Jedi Knight Revan? Here's the thing. Jedi Knight Revan is an old journey where nothing really requires Chirotech. So you can start that at any time, but I wouldn't do anything more than slow farming those shards, right? So if you can get, I think it's Jolie and Bastilla, and I feel like there's one more in that journey. It's Karth T3, Bastilla, Jolie, and I just have a feeling there's one more in there. We'll pull it up on my phone. It shouldn't be, it should be kind of side farmed to be planned for at Juhani. Thank you. It should be side farmed to be planned to finish up as Jedi Master Luke is finishing up, and it shouldn't be a problem getting him up to Relic at all, because again, there's no Chirotech other than your finisher pieces. So that's a super, super, super quick thing. Just start doing that now as a quick, even if you only do like, because Juhani is Galactic War currency, do that. Jolie, Bindo, Bastilla, you know, slow farm Jolie, slow farm Bastilla, do that. You should get that done in a couple of months. But to backtrack, because we're jumping all over the place, the way that I would do this is Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is your priority farm. Right? Jedi Knight Luke is your secondary farm. That should finish, honestly, probably before your priority farm, just because you're close to it. Start slow farming Jedi Master Luke stuff now, the Mon Mothma, to work into that. And then prioritize Rey as you're starting Jabba. Fit in Old Republic as you're doing that stuff, because that's going to be a super easy thing. As far as Nomad saying the Lightspeed bundle for the Revans, I do actually, and I've said this on stream before, I do firmly believe that Old Republic will be the next true Lightspeed bundle. So I am on that train with you, believing that we will see that in November. However, I never like to stall farms waiting for something. That's just a me thing. Everybody's different in that regard. And, you know, Tavares, you can make that decision for yourself. But hopefully that helps you kind of reassess the priority on how to shift things done. Nena, who is here. You have an alt account. I remember the first time I did one for you, it was very confusing because your name is different. When I say true Ellis bundles, what I mean is like not just one character, right? So like Cam is a Lightspeed bundle, obviously, but you know it's one character. It's not like a faction thing like we've seen in the past. I told you Dengar's ship was going to be the next thing, and I predicted it was going to be Executor's Lifter. My guild leader likes to joke with me and say I'm wrong almost every time, so take that with a grain of salt. I've learned not to try to track patterns with CG because they love to change the pattern. So it's just something to keep in mind. So Nena's got a alt account. Let's see. Top 20 of your fleet arena filled with Leviathans plus some profundities and executors here and there. Still can get first with an executor fleet, so that's neat. Perfect. Yes. Executor can beat it. I've said that a lot here. And I'm curious how Dengar will work with that because they're saying that it shouldn't make it easier with Dengar. But I don't believe that. The thing with the Ravenclaw situation is I think that that's a little bit different, right? So the Ravenclaw situation was that it did really considerably make Home 1 better. But then it pulled away all of the ships from Home 1 to Profundity. I don't think we're going to get another Bounty Hunter fleet as the next fleet, so I don't think it's going to be a Ravenclaw situation. But there is the belief that there might be like a mercenary fleet and Ravenclaw might be, not Ravenclaw, Razor Crest might be pulled away from the fleet. I've heard, I think Avant on Three Scoundrels was suggesting that. Maybe it was him, maybe it was Pico Burrito on HNN with Sarah. I don't want to take credit for that. But I don't see it as a true Ravenclaw situation because I don't think they're going to pull the whole fleet again. Yeah, that I call it MILF personally, but it made Home 1 a completely different fleet pulling that away, which made it not work anywhere near as much, and the tank as well, right? So you're pulling really that whole fleet away. No hard to coordinate without a Leviathan against a shard filled with one. Believe it or not, that's not always necessarily true. If you can get first, and you are able to do it naturally, most shards will still allow you to be part of the shard chat. Most shard chats, their only real rule is that you have to be able to take first naturally, and that they won't drop for you. So if you're able to take first naturally, it is still worth reaching out to see. And even saying like, hey, like I'm just looking to be on the roster because I don't want to get hit unless it's necessary, right? And some people are amicable to that. Salt battles, rebel. Ooh, this is a nice alt account. Right now I'm going for Gungans for Jar Jar as well as Lover Bros for Duel of Fates, plus both being great in raids. Also doing Lumi and Kit to supplement raid score because I'm a cheapskate, so no Lightspeed bundle. Me too, man. I don't like to spend any money ever. Are you dead set on continuing? Not really. New guild is great, so as you know, I got sponsored a cam and now being handed this alt. Just wanted to test out new grounds, plus doing tons of effort in exchange. How highly do you value efficiency? I value both equally since again, so this is an alt. To be fair, once I get 7-star Profundity or unlock Leviathan, for a more consistent climb. Yeah, alt accounts always, like, and that's the thing with alt accounts, and I'm glad that you're actually here because it is hard to talk about fun when someone's not here, but it is generally something to say like, hey, like, keep in mind, you can have fun a little bit more, or you can be more of a, you know, a pack rat. We have alts in our guild that are very much the pack rat, and they have like all of the platoon stuff for us. Any favorite characters? Well, it's an all, honestly, so whatever to finish up my ROI income first, then thing you consider to make my life with this all more fun for the raids, TW and TB. Marked safe from Pimpo. Hey, Mary J, how's it going? All right, let's see. Keese? Would you say Kayes? Kayes? Keese? The bully. 10.5 million. And only executor is insane. He'll be internationally ignored. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're just missing Lord Vader. A-Rex. 402 million. Are you in this guild? Is this your normal guild? Or are you in 2 different guilds? Oh, okay. So it has at least profundity. Okay. All right. Oh, you're in Stero's guild. Hey, Stero. Same guild. Okay. Battle for Naboo, 85. What's your raid history? 85. You're doing plenty for your guild for that. I don't fucking know, man. You know, it's... Stero's on... Unless it's a different Stero. Stero's on our Discord. Right? Where is he? Right? We set Stero up over here. Unless this is a different Stero. He's got all stuff going on through our Discord. I don't know what he runs, but if that's the same Stero, like he's a content creator that is very knowledgeable on Datacrons. All right, let's see. So we're just missing Lord Vader. Yeah, he's there. He's with us. Gear tracker. Let's just check on Lord Vader and Leviathan. 940. A little bit away. So the interesting thing when Stero is lower end, very knowledgeable person, was just on 3 Scoundrels, really held his own with much higher accounts. He knows his shit for having only played for like 2 years or so. Let's see what's missing. So the thing about an account at this level is, you know, you kind of have a lot of what needs to be in an account already on the account. The only thing that your Fanatical Devotion and Secrets and Shadows, let's check those out real quick. Inquisitors. Yeah, so once you have Riva, you should be fine on this. You can actually... do CT3 without Riva. It's just a pain in the ass, so I would wait. So you're good here, and then Secrets and Shadows, Night Sisters. I'm going to tell you right now that you can do CT3 of Secrets and Shadows. Hands down, it's going to be fully a modding thing. You want like full-on health on DACA, just all health, everything health for that survival. And there is a little bit of luck. But now the interesting thing that I have heard is that people have beaten it on auto, because it really is just about... Merrin makes it so much easier to get to the 4th phase. And it's really just about surviving that 4th phase super easy. So I I would consider pushing Secrets and Shadows a little bit more. You're not going to need to you're not going to need to invest any more relics in them. You can do Marin more. I love my Night Sisters are my MVP team in territory battles. So, when we're talking about like fun, they're a really, really fun team. They are my favorite non GL team to use, like hands down, without any, like, I love to use this team so much. So if we're talking about fun, that's definitely something that I would do. The hard thing that I would say here is that because this is a fun account, right? Because this is an alt account, when we talk about like what to do, if this was a main account, right? I would personally say, well, let's just check this, that you don't need to focus the raid at all. I would say ignore the Gungans. I would say bring up the boys, Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan, and I would bring them right to fucking R9 for Duel of the Fates. And that would be your extra raid contribution, and to kind of fill out your ROI enough. The thing about Gungans is that by the time Gungans come around again, the raid is going to be winding down, right? And when the raid starts winding down, you're not really getting any ROI from them, and they are a good team. And obviously they've been getting some Conquest stuff going. But I just think that Qui-Gon and Padawan, the Lover Boys, are just a better commitment for most people, even if it's just Duel of the Fates. Now, it looks like this account didn't really prioritize Conquest for Queen Amidala, but they still function in other teams, and your raid priority isn't super important right now, right? Because you are already doing enough in your raid for your guild. Kit and Lumi, where are they? Kit and Lumi. I'd bring them to R5 because you're so close. I wouldn't go past R5 just because you don't need to overcommit to the raid. It's not going to really help your guild unless the rest of your guild is also doing anything. So my thought would be ignore Gungans, bring up the Poncho Brothers. I don't want to say ignore Gungans, because I just have a feeling by the time that you really are going to want and need them, they're going to be accelerated, and you can kind of wait on them. If you really want to do them, I would just slow farm them to get them to like G12 to be Conquest usable. But if I had this account, I would ignore them, and I would just do Duel of the Fates and focus on that. And then, you have to think about like Ahsoka. If we're talking about where to go as a main account, right? You're going to want to think about Ahsoka and Baylan Skoll. And I think Baylan Skoll is actually going to be the more important farm for people. One, because it's going to be temporary. He's in Epic Confrontation. But two, because Ahsoka just seems like you really need to invest in materials. Look, Great Mother's dunks on Gungans, and I've heard that as being a critique of them, and I kind of roll my eyes at that because every team needs a hard counter. So it doesn't bother me that Great Mothers beats Gungans at all. Right now I'm still going to put them on defense because most people don't have Great Mothers. You know, later. Well, actually, I put them on offense just because I like using the Gungans. But you can put them on defense because not everyone's gonna have Great Mothers. Later on, they're just gonna become more of an offense team, and then you don't really have to worry about Great Mothers dunking on them at all. So Nena, I'm talking about this from the perspective of it being a non-alt account, right? And that's where we kind of like have this disconnect of like, this is what I'd do if it was a non-alt account. You're just so close. You're already at the end game. Now, if you're talking about this, you say, you know what? I don't even care. I just really want to do like stuff because for the guild, to help the guild out, then I would do the Plancho Brothers. I would do Night Sisters, which is going to be super, super, super helpful for you for TB. They're great for GAC. They're great for TW as well. I would do... Let's see. I would consider bringing up the Phoenix team to R5. You know, great in GAC. They work pretty nicely in TB. But really, one of the biggest things you can do to help a guild is do platoon units. Right? That's a huge help to guilds, is being able to do platoon units to a little bit higher, and maybe volunteering more to do units that are maybe not super shit tier, but are like the kind of in the middle shit tier characters where you can build teams around them. Because then the rest of your guild doesn't have to farm those characters. Yeah, so if you're going for Ahsoka, obviously you want Ezra. But Ezra is the one that I ignored until we found out about Ahsoka. But I think that where this account is, I would do Dole of the Fates, I'd do Night Sisters, and then I would start working on new stuff. Yeah, you don't want to go overly crazy with the platoon mule stuff because, you know, you never know what's going to happen. But you do want to take on a couple of projects because it really does help the guild to take on things that people don't generally want to do. So my other TB officer has an alt account. Somebody left the game a few months ago, and he's been able to do a couple R9s that nobody wants to do, and it has been a considerable help to us, because then we don't have to worry about asking others to do those things. So if I were to merge the two things, is I would say do the brothers, slow farm the Gungans, just to get them to G12. Don't even bother with Jar Jar right now. Do the Night Sisters. Work on the Ahsoka stuff. And do some of that platoon stuff in the meantime. Because you don't need to... worry about your timeline as much. Right? Your timeline is not as important because you have your own account to worry about. Oh God, I hate that guy. JP, that guy pisses me off every fucking time. Actually, you know who's worse than that guy? We did a new plan this time, and 3 fucking people in my guild did this. They were like, oh, I'm so sorry, I used Hermit Yoda, I'm not used to platooning him. And then I ended up having to take Hermit Yoda to R8 to make sure that we hit our goals. That pissed me off so much that I had to waste materials on that. It annoyed me so much. I was so angry. Hey, Eli. Thank you. Good time to stop in. We have some new great stuff, which is which is awesome. Yeah, look, here's the thing. I've said this to people in my guild, and I don't want to. I would show it on my screen, but I don't really want to call out specific people. When we talk about TB, we obviously have the TB library that needs to be updated. There's so many battles in the backlog that I do need to update. But right now, I just checked, I have 108 waves on this TB. And it's almost entirely on auto. And then there are guys in my guild, let's see, I'm not going to say anyone's names, but completed waves. There are guys, fucking Han got 135, piece of shit. There are guys in my guild who have 23, let's see, we go into the top 25. The top 25 is 73 and under waves. And we're a 590 million guild. And some of these people are like complaining and going, oh, TB's so hard, I keep losing the missions. They are autoable. They are so autoable. And people still struggle with them even at the top end. Right? And that kind of pisses me off a little bit. I don't think you're getting a new TB, Mary J. I disagree with you. I prefer this TB so hard to the other TBs. I understand it's autoable, but I like that they've made it so that combat missions as a guild matter. You do. But they don't matter as much as an individual. Right? And that the more passive stuff is just as important. I don't think it's lazy. I think it's a mobile game, and it already takes me a lot of time to play. I think that it's smart to be able to figure that out. I prefer the new raid system, but I hate the new raid. I prefer the system, but I hate the design of having to do the same battle over and over and over again. What I wish that they did, and I've said this, and is they still made us upgrade characters in the background to increase our multiplier, but that we only had to run the raid with one team. And that would have been awesome, because I wouldn't mind a 15 or a 20-minute raid run if I only had to run it with one team. LSGO sucked. I fucking hate LSGO. I hated it so much. LSGO, I had to remod for everything. Every single night I'd come home from work and I'd be like, okay, now I have to play for an hour and a half. And it was always the same battle. It was the same 4 battles or all 4 phases. There was nothing different about it. It was, okay, you either get GG, or you get General Kuhani, or you get that other stupid fucking droid. I hated LSGO, and I am so fucking happy that it is gone. As for Endor, I actually think that we will get Endor. Well, Endor, even though the battle itself is the same, every mission is different. There are... And they're audible, and that's great. I can hit it, I can set it, I can forget it, I can enjoy my time. And I do think we will get Endor, because they have been repurposing old content, and they are going to repurpose the speeder bike raid, I think, at some point. Anyway, Nena, Bakanawa, I hope I gave you some proper insight into how to do what you need to do. The difference in being repetitive as fuck is that I can do this on auto, versus LSGO, I had to sit down every night for an hour and a half. And I had to actively participate in the same thing every night for an hour and a half. The old raid system was not... I agree with you on the cap. I think the cap is stupid. I think the cap is stupid because it does make everything feel the same. But I think it was just very singular, and And it was like, oh, you weren't working as a team to defeat this raid. And I do like the aspect of working towards a goal together more and not competing for it, not competing for rewards. I used to hate those stupid fights. There's always stupid fucking fights. It was like, oh, you can't post a solo in the first 30 minutes because everybody needs a chance to get top 10. I fucking hated it. I love that that's not a thing anymore. I do think that at least at the top tier should have no cap. And it should progressively get harder. It should get progressively harder. I do agree, as whatever. But I would like to test. Higher amounts and try to get my scores higher. And that would make things interesting for me. So, again, hope, Bakanawa, that I gave you some perspective, because it's really hard to give you a path being an alt account. But I hope I was able to give you some perspective. ArchMaga. Let's see. We're at 212. This might be the last one that I'm able to do today, because then I have to go get ready. So let's see. 7-star Leviathan with R9 SAS. I'm not in Fleet Shard Discord. Rebel Round. So this is a higher end account. I don't know. Either LV, GL, Ahsoka, Gungans. I like being efficient more than fun farms, but I also kind of want to complete LV. But are those unintended interactions, or are those intended Easter eggs? And I say Easter eggs kind of as like an extra kind of thing. I like that we are able to break the raid a little bit and try things out and see. I think that's interesting. That makes things interesting. All right, let's see. Let's pop this down. Let's pull this up. Vish. Vagar. I am evil. I am. Rank 36. This is either a really, really competitive... Fire Marshal's fucking awesome, man. I'm so glad that I got him into my guild months and months and months and months ago. He's a great guy. He really is. He likes to do TW streams, too, and just chat with us. Anyway. And anytime he pops into voice chat, it's Jawa sounds, which is very funny. This is either a really highly active Fleet Shard, or you're just not moving ahead because of the Leviathans. Rank 6 Profundity, not going to be as great against it. Executor does beat Leviathan if you do the triple attacker. It is not the easiest strategy in the world, but it definitely does work. I do want to check out some things here. Let's see what we have for ships first. Yeah, so you have a 7-star Executor. You might consider looking into the Executor counter. And I would consider talking to your Fleet Shard to try to get in if you're not already doing that. And if you do !Fleet Discord on our Discord, it'll bring up a quick 4-minute video on how to do that if you don't know how to do that. I've said this before. There's a guy on Discord who he kind of keeps track. His name is Fractal. He keeps track of Executor versus Leviathan, and he's been beating Leviathan with like a 5-star Executor at like a 60% rate. So that's, not too bad. When you do get Profundity to 7 stars, Mark 6 in that Profundity lineup does really significantly help win that battle. You have Marauder, which is another great counter, but your bad batch isn't quite there yet. Recognizing, of course, that you do kind of want to go for Lord Vader. The reality is that based on your Discord message, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you've done most of the ROI things that you need for your account. Let's see this here. Doing about, a million. I'm gonna say, you know, you really should be doing more for your guild here, unless, you know, I'd love to get you to maybe double the score that you're doing, honestly, in this raid, to help out your guild. I would suggest, do you have Quad May? We don't have Quad May yet. I don't know how close you are to Quad May. I don't know if you'll be able to lock it in the next couple months, but I would really suggest bringing Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon into the mix and bringing them, I personally think at your level, R9, but R7 I think is a good minimum. Even if you just bring those two characters to R7, you can slot them into other Jedi teams. It will not be as effective as a Quad May team, but it is relatively effective, and it will help your score a pretty decent amount. You know, the Luminara squad, Kit Fisto, bringing those two with Grandmaster Yoda to like R5 would really significantly help your score. You should be doing about 2.3 to 2.7 million at your GP and at your guild level. I am kind of surprised that you haven't gotten, you know, any flack from that, if you just didn't mention that you didn't get any flack or anything. Secrets and Shadows. Let's just check that out real quick. What are you talking about, kitty? Do you want to say hi to the people? Huh? We could say hi. Come say hi. Say hi, my name is Bruschetta. Oh, you're looking right at the webcam. Look at that. You are also a goofy goober. Yes? Kitty demands attention. You heard that, right? She's like, excuse me, I need attention. She actually does not like being pet, so she's probably gonna walk out of this room once I put her down. Right? She does not like being pet. Alright, back to Night Sisters. She is the definition of chunky. I'm gonna say the same thing that I said to Nena before with the Night Sisters. I have seen CT3 done with all G12 Night Sisters except for Oldaka. So you can definitely shore this up, your Secrets and Shadows, at least to CT2. Literally, get rid of the speed arrow for Oldaka, make it a health arrow, pop that health up, like health arrow, health everything, pop that shit up to help with the survival. Give Mother Talzin her mods, and even without, you know, going too crazy, you can probably at least do CT2. As far as going forward for big projects, LV, GL, Ahsoka, Gungans. You know, again, I've said this before, your Gungans are kind of far away. I think they're kind of the trap, and that the Duel of the Fates, the brothers, make a much smarter choice for most people. I would say, at your level, you know, you really should be kind of going at least a little bit towards Lord Vader. Not Lord Vader, sorry, GL Ahsoka. You should always be thinking a little bit towards whatever the new thing is. Do you just not like Conquest? Where's Malgus? You do have Malgus, okay. Do we have the Fury? Don't have Fury class yet. Interesting. It's two characters, and they get their own shards from the first couple of tiers, which is kind of nice, honestly. I say R7 at least at this level at almost 10 million, but R10 or R9, oh fuck, I just said R10 accidentally. Meathead is gonna kill me. R9 is just, that's where I took mine immediately. It's worth it. Yeah, at 4.5 million, you don't need to take him at R9. Oh, do you have Leviathan? It's just, well, wait, you didn't have Fury. Or do you just have everything else ready and you can't get Leviathan yet? Alright, so it sounds like Leviathan's on your radar. You just can't get it yet, right? That seems to be about right. Okay, so that's your priority as like a small time thing as you get it. I would say you should focus on Ahsoka stuff more than your Lord Vader stuff. But I do think that it would be smart for you to work on your Bad Batch at the very least towards Lord Vader. Because if you can get that Bad Batch up to R5, then that Marauder is going to be really effective against Leviathans, which is going to make your life a lot easier for your ship climb while you're waiting for Leviathan, especially if you don't want to star up Leviathan to 7 right away, because it really is locked behind 7 stars to be incredibly effective. So I could definitely make a case to working towards... I could definitely make a case of working towards Bad Batch and getting these guys at least to R5, but putting your primary focus towards GL Ahsoka stuff, because I do think that that's going to be really important. And once again, I do actually think for a lot of people, Balin's Skull is actually going to be more important because it's going to be more accessible than Ahsoka in terms of the requirements. Like, those requirements are really fucking steep for Ahsoka. But at about 10 million, you shouldn't have a problem with that. So I would shore up your Night Sisters. You don't even need to invest in them anymore. Just get those mods in order for Secrets and Shadows. Once again, you should be able to do at least CT2, if not CT3 with what you have if you mod correctly. I would bring up my Bad Batch for the Marauder so that you don't have to jump crazily onto Leviathan. But then I would strongly more focus towards GL Ahsoka stuff. Even if it's slow farming towards it, I do think it is going to be pretty important coming up. I do think that they are going to be raid required come February, March, when whatever the next raid comes out. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change something because I wanted to show this off. But I guess we'll change it now just for fun. And we'll do that. See, isn't that beautiful? Look at Moonborn heading all that stuff up. So that's what I would do. You know, you have your ROI mostly in order, but that's how I would kind of shift the things that you have on your plate to most effectively work your fleet Discord, because those crystals are so incredibly important. I cannot stress enough how casual I was in this game until I started getting fleet shards, and I was like, crystals, and I was like, holy shit, I can actually advance fairly quickly now. And that was downhill for me, right? Because at that point I was like, fuck, now I'm doing Reddit stuff and videos and Discords and oh my god, like crazy shit. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I would really strongly suggest doing those things, and I would do them in that order. It was the beginning of the fucking end. So again, I said this before. I am going into the city to see my brother, who I do not get to see very often because he lives in Korea. Well, DCU, just so we're aware, we're waiting on Fury class here, which is why I did not recommend Leviathan. It seems like they already have the relic stuff for it, other than Fury class, right? So that's kind of like a background thing. I'm heading into Manhattan to see my brother. I haven't seen him since last November, which was when he got married, and I took a 16.5-hour flight to see him in Korea. So I need to go get ready for that. It looks like the Lysol, who is constantly raiding me, is actually... He got on a little late today, so I get the privilege of rating him today, which is nice. I like when I get to do that. So those of you that are on Twitch, let's get that going. And before I leave, just as a reminder, next week I am going to be working on Sunday, unfortunately, so there will be no brunch. I might do something Saturday night or maybe Sunday night if I have the time to do it, but I'm literally going to be working like 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. So it is going to be a long day for me. So no brunch next week, but look out throughout the week. We'll try to do something. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and I don't know, enjoy or whatever else.